This is no Zaku, boy! No Zaku!
Hey guys, so today's video I'm reviewing my Master Grade 2.0 Gouf. I love the Gouf so much. The Goufs are probably like my second favorite type of mobile suit in all of Gundam, to be honest. Especially the Gouf Ignited from Seed. But that's because I'm a Seed fan. But this kit is my first UC Master Grade, and it's really good. I know it's basically just the Zaku frame with a few modifications, but it's still pretty good. Like, even just straight build, no customizations to it, really looks really good. Kind of shiny, but pretty good. Now, I want to tell you about the build of this kit. It was really fun. A few nub marks can show up. Like, there is quite a few nub marks. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some on the arms, some on the legs here, some on the backpack up here, and some on the fingers, obviously. A lot of them will be on the legs, on the front, and all that. But they can be pretty easy to clean up. Also, the panel lines are pretty good. Or, I mean, seam lines. Ha. They look pretty good. Seam lines look like they fit. The build time was like about 8 hours, I think. I can't remember. But, something funny happened when I was building this. I actually built this on Gouf Day without realizing it. And I only realized until after I'd built the kit and I hopped on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal on my phone and I saw that the event for Gouf Day was on. I was like, oh my god, no way. And I thought that was actually really funny that I had built it on Gouf Day without even knowing. But, yeah, now I'll talk about all the fun little details about this kit. First off, I want to start off with the cockpit. Let me adjust that lighting. The cockpit here, it's pretty good. I did scuff it up a little bit on there, so it's a little bit sad, but I don't really mind. But you can open it up, and like every other Master Grade, there is a pilot figure of Rombarol in there, and he's all blue. Let's hope he just doesn't jump off the white base. But yeah, he's in there, and he looks pretty good. Even though he's 1/100 scale, he looks pretty good. A second cool thing that I like about this frame, which is also shared with the Zaku too, but is that when you move it, the little gear inside of the head / neck will actually turn the mono eye, and it looks really good. And what I like is that you can just lift it up slightly and still move it without it moving the actual eye. But you have to be like pulling up on it when you do it. But yeah. Another thing I really like about this kit is that it has the manipulators, the separate fingers, or the 3 fingers here, and the 1 pointer finger and the thumb. But it's still good to have one of those. Now, the grip on this hand is kind of bad. Like, we have the sword here. It does store on the shield, by the way. The sword hilt itself is fine, but when you pair it up with the heat blade part, I think it goes this way. Yeah, it goes any other way. It doesn't really want to stay in there because of the weight. And because the peg is super small, look at that. And look at that. It's supposed to peg into these. It doesn't really want to. But sometimes, what you got to do is hold it in place there. And then you actually get the hand and then press it down. And then move the thumb up. And then it'll kind of stay in there. And you gotta, whenever you move it, you always hold it by the fingers and the back of the hand like that. And then it won't really come out. But if you hold it like that, it will stay. If you go like that, it just falls out. But yeah. And even the Vulcan fingers, they also have articulation as well, which is pretty cool. And I also like, what I like about the UC kits is they got that little extra part there. Gives it a little bit more motion, some more range, which is pretty cool. Now, moving on to accessories. As you saw before, he's got his heat sword, or heat blade, whatever you want to call it. I think it's called heat sword, I can't remember. He's got that, because it is one of his weapons. And he even has his heat rod, which is pretty cool. It doesn't really stand up too well, but when you curl it up a little bit, it does stay in that shape a bit better. But it's basically little ball joints into a socket like that. Bam, 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 bam. Pretty cool. The number marks aren't actually really that noticeable on this as well, which is really cool. But you can stick it into there like that, and it gets about like, oh, focus. It gets about like that long, and if you don't like that length, you can just go bump, 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 like that, and you can make it shorter. Why does my camera keep unfocusing? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Also, I want to say that sometimes this will come out with the heat rod as well. You don't really need to have it on here, but it can be a pain to get back into the wrist. And speaking of which, the wrist parts can actually be swapped out for a normal one. Oh my god. Like this as well, so you can swap around different parts to make different Gouf types. I think that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix everything up now. Okay, I fixed everything up, and I just wanted to give you guys a better look at the shield as well. Pretty bland. It can do with some painting, but I don't really mind. I personally like kits to look more like plastic because they're model kits. But I also do think that kits do look really cool when they're like realistic. But I like the plastic look because that's just how I am. But yeah, that's the shield. Moving on to the articulation. Now I'm gonna just have the shield off for this part because it can get in the way sometimes. And let's start with the head. First of all, we got swivel here, and you can even extend it up and get even more of a swivel. Oh yeah. Shoulders can move out that far. Swing a full 360. Shoulders are on a thingy, double thingy. They got a ball and a hinge. Pretty good movement there. Makes it so that get in the way. There's even, I'm pretty sure, a butterfly joint to get range like that. So it can come out about that far. No back butterfly part, but I don't really mind too much. Got a swivel at the bicep, full 360. double hinge at the elbows. Gives some pretty good range. You got ball joint at the base of the wrist, and then a hinge joint at the base of the wrist as well. Oh, and also including that little extra part inside of there as well. Got a ball joint on the thumb, ball joint on the base of the finger, hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, and then balls for the rest of the base there. Basically the same on the other arm, but for the Vulcan fingers, you just got a ball joint there, another ball joint in there, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint everywhere on this hand. Moving to the waist articulation, it's not really as good as I want it. Basically no pivot there. Ab crunch is alright. You can open up the cockpit a little bit to... Oh, there's a little bit of a broken piece in there. That was on here because that broke when I was taking it apart. But the cockpit can slightly open to give a little bit more crunch. That's about as far as you can get with the crunch. Not much of a backwards tilt, really. Not much in the torso. Now with the side skirts, they can move out to about that far, like that. They can slightly move back and forth. This front skirt part, pretty genius. It can move forward like that to give way to the thigh / leg. The back skirt opens up quite a bit. Pretty good. The leg can get to about that much. Can also go that far out with a little thing there. I don't think you can see inside of it. That's basically just how it looks. It's even got a swivel. You can do a full 360. It also has a hinge joint there, hinge joint there, and it even has a little moving gimmick for the master grade engineering. You got little foot movement. Hang on. If I can get this little part out. Oh. Okay, getting that little part out, you can see this a little bit better. There's two ball joints, one for the little piston, one for the actual foot itself. It can go side to side like about that. It can go forwards like that, but that's with the armor off. It can go down like that. If I put that armor back on, a lot easier than getting it off. The foot can go up to about like that, and the foot also has a toe hinge. Exact same on the other side, just mirrored. That came off. I recommend gluing that. If you're gonna paint it, don't glue it in just yet, but glue it in after you've painted it, obviously. But yeah, these can pop off if you move the legs out too much. Same with the side skirts, obviously. Sometimes these will pop off if you go like that out and it flings off and it hits these. And these can be a little bit of a pain to find. But yeah, that's the articulation. These two pieces. Oh, that can pop off as well. As shown. But easy to get back on. Oh, and articulation for these. Since it's all ball joints, it can curl up to about like that. Size comparison time! Here is the Master Grade 2.0 Gouf next to the real grade Amatsu Mina, Gold Frame Amatsu Mina for the real grade. I really like this kit. Very, very shiny. Very, very cool. I might do a review on this. Probably like, I don't know, sometime. Probably won't be my next one though. Yeah. Here he is with my Master Grade L Strike Gundam. Pretty good. He's a lot bigger than I actually thought he would be for a Master Grade. I don't actually remember the actual size of the Gouf from UC, but he's pretty big. Pretty big. Yeah. I do really like this kid as well. I'll probably do a review on him next. And yeah, I do like this kid a lot. This was actually my most recent one. This was the one just before that. And then I built this one literally like 3 days after. I bought it the same day I built it as well. But yeah. Pretty good size. Okay guys, so that's about it for this review. I just put him into a real goofy pose. He can do a lot better than this. I just, the way my setup is, it's kind of hard to pose him. But yeah, that's my review on this kit. I'd say 8 out of 10. I don't know. It's Gouf. It's a very goofy mobile suit. And yeah. See ya. I've been setting this pose up for like about 2 minutes. Oh my god, it looked goofy. Wait, no, that's perfect. It looks goofy.